Have you ever noticed this? The loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful one. The one who talks the most is often the one trying to prove something. But the person who speaks less moves slower, listens more than they explain. That person changes the energy of the room without saying a word. Today, I want to show you why quiet confidence is louder than arrogance, and how emotional control, silence, and calm presence give you real social power. Not fake dominance, not ego, real influence. Let's begin. The loud versus the grounded. Think about a workplace meeting. One person interrupts constantly. They explain things no one asked about. They raise their voice slightly when challenged. Everyone notices them. But do people respect them? Now think about another person in that same room. They sit back. They listen. They don't rush to speak. When they finally do talk, the room gets quieter. People lean in. Why? Because confidence doesn't rush. Arrogance does. Quiet confidence comes from internal certainty. Arrogance comes from internal insecurity. And people can feel the difference instantly, even if they can't explain it. Why arrogance is so loud? Arrogance is noisy because it's unstable. It needs attention to survive. When someone brags, dominates conversations, or constantly corrects others, they're doing one thing. They're trying to regulate their emotions through external validation. They need others to agree, to admire, to submit. That's not power. That's dependence. Psychology shows us something important here. People who are internally confident don't need to announce themselves, because they already know who they are. Quiet confidence is emotional control. Quiet confidence starts with emotional regulation. Let me give you a real-life example. Someone insults you in public. The arrogant response? Immediate defense. Sarcasm? Raised voice, trying to win the moment. The confident response? A pause, a calm look. Maybe no response at all. Why is silence so powerful here? Because the person who can stay calm controls the emotional temperature. And the one who reacts loses control, even if they win the argument. Silence says, I'm not shaken. I don't need to prove myself. I decide what deserves my energy. That's social power. The psychology of silence. Silence creates space, and in that space, people project meaning. When you don't immediately explain yourself, others start paying attention. They wonder what you're thinking. They slow down. Silence forces others to reveal themselves. The insecure talk more. The nervous overexplain. The arrogant fill the gap. The grounded stay still. This is why strong leaders don't talk non-stop. They let pauses do the work. They let their presence speak first. Confidence is not assertiveness. Here's a mistake many people make. They think confidence means being assertive all the time. It doesn't. Confidence means you're comfortable whether you speak or not. You don't rush to dominate. You don't rush to defend. You don't rush to impress. You choose your moments. And when you do speak, your words land harder. Because they're rare. Why people trust the quiet ones. Think about someone you trust deeply. Chances are they don't talk too much. They listen. They observe. They respond instead of react. Psychologically, humans trust predictability and calm. A person who controls their emotions feels safe to be around. A person who explodes, brags, or competes constantly feels unstable, even if they're impressive. That's why quiet confidence attracts respect without asking for it. The power of not reacting. One of the strongest social skills you can build is non-reactivity. This doesn't mean being passive. It means choosing not to let others control your emotional state. When someone tests you, provokes you, tries to pull you into drama, And you stay calm. You send a clear message. You don't control me. That message is louder than any comeback. Real confidence moves. Slow arrogance moves fast. Fast talking, fast decisions, fast reactions. Confidence is slow. Slow speech, measured actions, intentional words. Why? Because calm people don't fear silence. They don't fear pauses. They trust themselves enough to wait. And waiting is power. Social power is felt, not announced. People who try to appear powerful often fail. People who are powerful don't try. Their presence shifts the room naturally. They don't chase attention. Attention comes to them. They don't demand respect. Respect forms around them. This is why quiet confidence is magnetic. It doesn't push. It pulls. Emotional control is the real status symbol. In today's world, everyone is loud. Everyone has opinions. Everyone reacts instantly. Everyone wants to be seen. So when someone stays calm, listens more than they speak, responds instead of reacts, they stand out. Not because they try to, but because emotional control is rare, and rarity creates value. Silence filters. People. Here's something most people don't realize. Silence filters your environment. Insecure people feel uncomfortable around quiet confidence. They fill the space. They overperform. They try to provoke reactions. Confident people respect it. They slow down. They listen. They meet you where you are. So by being calm and quiet, you naturally attract higher quality interactions. Without trying. Confidence. Without words. Think about body language, relaxed posture, slow movements, steady eye contact, no fidgeting, no rushing, no forced expressions. These signals tell others, I'm grounded, I'm comfortable, I'm not seeking approval. Your nervous system speaks before your mouth ever does, and people respond to it instinctively. Why overexplaining kills authority? One of the biggest signs of insecurity is overexplaining. When you justify every decision, when you clarify things no one questioned, when you defend yourself preemptively, it signals doubt. Quiet confidence says less and means more. It trusts that not everyone needs an explanation, and that's okay. The inner work behind quiet confidence. Quiet confidence doesn't come from pretending. It comes from internal alignment. Knowing your values, accepting your flaws, being okay with not being liked by everyone. When you stop needing external approval, your nervous system calms down. And calm is contagious. People feel it. Confidence isn't loud in relationships. Either in relationships, arrogance tries to control. It argues to win. It demands validation. It reacts emotionally. Quiet confidence listens. It sets boundaries calmly. It walks away when needed, without drama, and that creates deep respect. Because emotional maturity feels rare and valuable. The most powerful people are hard to read. Not because they're secretive, but because they're centered. They don't leak emotion. They don't overshare. They don't explain their every move. That mystery isn't manipulation. It's self-containment. And self-containment signals strength. You don't need to be seen to be felt. Here's the shift. Stop trying to be noticed. Start focusing on being grounded. When your energy is stable, people notice without effort. When your emotions are regulated, others adjust around you. When you're comfortable in silence, others respect you. That's how real confidence works. A subtle realization. At some point, you'll notice something interesting. You'll speak less, but your words will carry more weight. You'll react less, but people will take you more seriously. You won't try to lead, but others will look to you. Not because you demanded it, but because calm presence feels like safety. And safety feels like power. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to sit with it. You don't need to change overnight. Just notice when silence feels stronger than speaking. If you want more calm, psychology-based insights like this, you can subscribe. No pressure, just quiet growth. And I'll see you next time.